Alright, welcome to an alternate Thursday presentation of Hardspace Shipbreaker. Game I've been enjoying in my spare time, I suppose you could call it. I kind of enjoy this, it's been relaxing over time. You can see in my current profile for this. I have finished the game, by the way, so you won't spoil anything for me. I will not be doing anything story-wise. But yeah, I have completed the game. The final rank, I've got all the equipment. We're just gonna be playing, well, stuff in-game anyway, because I kind of prefer going from the career, because it's just more fun that way. Collecting stickers and all that. I could free play, but let's see what the game gives me. So yeah. Hardspace Shipbreaker. You're become an indentured servant to salvage spaceships.
Hello Shipbreaker 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. Some people dream of great salvage, while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
I think all my equipment is up to scratch. I mean, I've got all the upgrades already, so we only have to check if there's anything that needs to be upgraded or repaired. And looks like I've got no stickers that need to be upgraded. Cool. Then we can move on. I've not really done much decorating on my equipment. Never felt the need to, but I do like collecting the stickers because it's just a silly activity to do. Alright, so what shall we salvage? Yeah. That'll take forever though. I do like the javelins. They are very nice beefy ships that I kind of would expect to see in space transport and all that, but mackerel. There's something that's a little bit more interesting among here. You know what, let's just do it. Let's do the Gecko. Unknown Gecko. Salvage runner industrial. Fast reactor with an environmental control unit and a thruster class 2. And it's a ghost ship. Ooh. Yes. I finished the previous ghost ship. Do another one. Now, I don't know exactly what the lore is behind the ghost ships. I never managed to get all the data packets, so some of the lore is a mystery, and I've also not been reading as diligently as I probably should have. But anyway, let us start salvaging this craft. Now, I have all the toys, so I should really use them. This ship went through an area of space where it probably should not have gone, and managed to pick up some hitchhikers. Hitchhikers that the company that we are salvaging for, Lynx, doesn't care for, so you have to get rid of them. Now, you can't pull them off. I've tried. They are stuck hard, so you have to burn them off. Which is just as fun, because it makes them scream. As long as the AI nodes are on the ship, they will disrupt our communications. So that's why the computer voice telling us what we are doing is so muffled and scrambled. Let's turn on the light, because despite the fact that we have got some good sun, I think it's sun coming in, some parts of the ship will just be difficult to see, and in the objects mode we can see if there's any others on the outside. First thing I will want to do is to clear off any of the nodes on the outside. The first order of business is indeed to get rid of all the nodes, because they will continue to interfere with my tends to get rid of the or salvage the ship, mostly by messing with the airlocks, but that's a minor concern. Right, I think there's nothing left on the outside. Take care of any outstanding bits when we're done with that. Alright, let's go in. I think it's probably pressurized, yes. Alright, something we'll have to take care of. They love to be in airlocks, but I'm not seeing any. Alright, there to go for the next one. So it closed the lock behind me. Well, at least it doesn't do explosive decompression when it does that. Just collect all these bits and bobs. I don't need them, but I'd like to. Open this door, just because I can. That leads to the outside, but we don't have to be there. I need to get into the compartment between the areas. I'm not seeing any fuel. I've got the full upgrades for the fuel, so I can survive on the fumes for a bit longer than this. It tries to be spooky, but I think most of the others are in the engine compartment somewhere. Bridge. Grab all the loose bits because I will mistake them for AI nodes, and that's not convenient. How do I get to the bottom? Pressurized. Anyway, let's just turn that off. Pressure unit here is also functional. I can't do that from here. Alright, never mind. Let's just find a way to get to the compartment below. Should be in here. Do I have to go up? Yeah, I have to go up. That's fine, that's fine. Let's find those last nodes, but try not to blow anything up. Like, let's detach the engines. Thrusters really, but same difference. Part of the reason why the game is, the interface is glitchy right now is because I'm next to the generator, that's in that tube over there, which is sort of radioactive. And probably putting out a lot of EM radiation. I'm trying to prevent myself from blowing up the system here. Each they put up a lot of nodes in here. I always do wonder how these nodes get all the way back here. I can sort of understand that they're stuck in the airlocks and all that. But the engine bay is sealed. How do you get in here? Then there was another one. So there's also one on the tube here. Somewhere. Where is it? Ah, great, it's inside the cowling. It's on the reactor. Well, someone is playing with stuff they shouldn't have. Right. That's sort of like being a janitor and trying to be a brain surgeon. Not a great occupational thing to do. And get easy access from this side. Let's go over the top, if I can. And I definitely need to go find some more fuel. There's none on board the ship. But I'll do that once I have finished getting rid of all these nodes. There's a couple more over this way. And I think... Nope, there's still one, I think. There might be still one. Or is that the electronic system? I'm not seeing it. Alright, let's get out of here. Yes, I do. Of course I know what I'm doing. I totally intended to do that. Enough of that. Let's get back to the HAB unit so I can restock on fuel. Right, no more of that annoying alarm. Better I leave my stuff. Alright. That went alright. Admittedly, I was getting a little bit desperate, but I made a good bet. I actually managed to get out of here. Alright, let's see if there's any room still pressurized. And there still is a few. But now that the nodes are all gone, they will not be playing with the pressure system any further. So, now I can do stupid stuff like this. Oh, never mind, it's an airlock. Got for a moment where I was. We are pressurized. Luckily with oxygen. Did I miss? No. I'm pretty sure I did not. Oh, there still is a node there. Never mind. I thought I got them all, but I missed one. Yeah, I can do this from the outside because I've got a hole in the hull. Yeah, that was just to mind a bit of close the decompression. I have had worse. I have blown up so many ships in my time. How do I get over there? Because that is a little bit annoyingly in the way. Got a little bit overconfident when I heard that sound. Right, so I think we should be... there it is. Et voila! Now, if that's the last one, I think it is, then the radio should be returning to normal and we'll get the regular game music.
Not much time left, Cutter. 1 minute to go.
Alright, let's trip this thing. Alright. Outer hole we can clear easily. Need to get rid of all these bridging sections. Nope. Looks like the bridge was still pressurized. Eh. Just get as much loose as we can. Alright. Still some way to go, but it looks like we didn't destroy all that much. We can do better. And now that all the AI nodes are gone, this should be relatively simple.
Good morning, Cutter. It's time to begin your workday.
Indeed it is. Let us dive right into it. Need to look at anything else? We are gonna gut this ship quite quick, now that I no longer have to be distracted. Alright, let's first tear off all the things on the outside.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit. Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Panel is still attached. It is not too unsurprising. With this bottle of ship, front window is usually the one thing that is keeping it in place. And yes, glass is very valuable. Usually you want to keep it. In this case, it's a nuisance.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
something. Something got a little bit ruined. By the explosive decompression, no doubt.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits
But
awarded.
as we were not near it, that's fine.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Get the front hull off. We'll have to be a bit careful about reeling in anything. There's no slow reeling.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Sure, there's nothing left that could still be attached.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
We're getting different values for what's attached, so to find where they're still connected to the rest of the ship. Ah, there it is. You're gonna got this Gecko. Let's first get rid of these coolant tanks, because they have a nasty tendency to blow up in your face.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied. Processing object. Applying credits to account. Salvage
Let's also
secured.
sever the spine.
Applying credit.
Yeah, I'm getting decently good at this, although not good enough quite yet for the cutoffs challenge, unfortunately.
Credits transferred.
I have tried, but I just do not have the patience to figure out the ultimate fast way of salvaging ships at optimum efficiency.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
That's fine though. I kinda like modeling through. I've already learned the lesson that it's not worth salvaging the lamps. Although, of course, if I see any stray lamps, I may be tempted to just give it a push. Can I yank you off that way? You are moving, good. Let's just get all the other parts heading for the thingy. The panel is still attached, I think, or is it really that heavy? Really heavy, by the looks of things then.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Salvage goal reached. Rewards assigned.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother looking at the time here. I'm just gonna keep going until this is finished. Get this wheel drifting in the right direction. Yeah,
Valuable object accepted for processing.
right. Let's stop the wheeling in of that. You head for the processor. Right, it's moving. I think there's nothing else holding you back, so get you moving that way as well. You're at the upper limit of what my feathers can handle, but that's fine. Very beefy ship with some very heavy blocks. That keel is still attached somewhere. That's also one block. They really made this ship to last.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Because of my pre-work of getting rid of all the cutting points earlier. Just all of this out of the way. I think anything particularly important is attached to any of that, so that's fine.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be paid.
Up, fine here. And as long as we are over here, may as well get rid of that.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Oop. I was not quite expecting pressure under there, but
Salvage secured.
for sure all the pressure had been released at this point, but I guess that was the one room where we could not get into. That's fine. Alright, let's keep getting rid of the outside plating. We just have the inner hull. The goal is to basically get close enough that we can deposit the reactor in the safest manner as possible. Because the reactor is going to be temperamental when we try to remove it from its housing.
Credits deposited.
Surprisingly enough, it does not really care if I move a little bit of its cowling. That's fine though. And this is still attached. We want to make sure that I don't accidentally hit the engines or the reactor or the cooling pipes. Hitting the cooling pipes can be very annoying, because that tends to have
Deposit accepted or
some negative effects on the value of the salvage. But we'll make do. Where are we? Almost near the rear of the ship. Open up this airlock, or I forget.
5 minutes left to get your work done. Okay, Cutter?
This panel can just go off. You have to be a little bit careful around this cooling pipe. So we shall. What is this keel attached to? Oh, there it is.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
Now the keel can be moved out of the way. The thermal spreaders are not worth all that much. We may as well take them off. They might get in the way. Yeah,
Salvage deposit accepted.
barely worth
Credits
anything.
transferred.
Alright, let's see if these are also... I mean, I can check. There's still a couple of areas that are under pressure. Most notably the ECU. getting rid of these objects because they will make life harder if they go nuts. Which can happen if you're accidentally exposed to shocks and stuff.
Registered. Transferring credit.
Well, I opened this.
Airlock depressurizing.
Now it's just the ECU that still has stuff in it. I could dismantle the airlock, but that'll take more time than I really want to commit to right now. We'll just do that later. I want to get in here. Just be a little bit more cautious with how I break things. Therefore, the spine. All sides. Alright, looks like we've got some force on the back end. Didn't Getting a little worried there, but it looks like one of the engines was liberated. You are drifting way too close to the furnace, so let's just see if we cannot force you away from there.
Alright, Cutter. Time to wrap it up, okay? 1 minute left.
Overdoing it with the tethers, but otherwise he might just drift into there, and I do not want that. Right, let's get all of those bits going in before the clock runs out. Yeah, it's stuck. It's stuck and I can't stop it. It's going in. Darn. That can happen. Well, not the worst loss.
Penalty applied. Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded.
I mean, yeah, it's quite a bit more loss than I was actually hoping for, but I was not expecting the entire back end to shift quite so much. Still plenty of stuff still to be collected.
Good morning, Cutter 9346.
And we won't break a billion today, but
would like to wish you a happy and productive day.
And may as well buy some extra tethers.
Welcome to Venditron 9000.
Right, let's salvage the rest of the back end. Still a little bit too heavy to detach it. And hope it doesn't fly off into the incinerator. I'm not entirely sure where that momentum came from. I mean, despite the decompressions that I've been doing, that should not have really have affected anything back there, because that was already depressurized for the most part. Anything over 1,000 is a bit difficult to maneuver. That's just painful there. Come on, just
Object processed. Transferring
go
credit.
straight. Don't get hung up on that. I don't have the force power to push you. As long as it goes past that lip between the two sides, that's fine. And the keel is still attached to the back end, that's fine. It goes in the same area anyway. Yeah, that can stay there while we deal with this. Let's get howling out of the way before it causes a problem.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Could nick the cooling tube, and that will cause issues. Get rid of that heat spreader so we can have a bit of room to work.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Alright. Let's get rid of this. Let's not do that. I might hit something valuable or important. We'll just do the point by point for now. Up points on the inside. Right. Never forget the door consoles, because those are way more expensive to
Salvage deposit registered.
blow up than you
Account
might
credit.
realize. Get that out of the way.
Valuable object processed.
And the ladders are also worth almost nothing. They can be ignored in most cases, but they will get in the way, so I'm just gonna get them out of here.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
But they just will not bother me.
Salvage
This panel is
secured.
now loose.
Credits deposited.
As is that.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Right. I need to make sure that all the doors are open. Before I do the next step. Looks like everything here is fine. This door is open, this door is open. Just one door left to go. Environmental control unit.
Salvage deposit secured.
Alright,
Credits
so
awarded.
let us get rid of the reactor as best we can. So, need to move fast to do this. It's tricky in this setup. So I'll just remove all the cowling. Try not to nick, yeah,
Deposit accepted for processing.
cooling tube. Despite how it looks, the reactor is actually only secured in the bottom mounting plate. The top mounting plate actually does nothing that I know of. So if I can get that out of the way, we can remove the reactor much more easily in a moment. Now the game will explain that in order to remove a Type 2 reactor safely, you should disconnect the power if it's available and the cooling system.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Because as you can see, there's a couple of pips on the reactor. Those are now a little bit lower because I don't because the cooling system is still active and the power is still going. But the moment I shut off the power, of course, I cannot open any more doors. And I will have to open them the old-fashioned way. The mounting plate is still stuck. Get rid of this computer terminal. And the last cowling.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Go. Can I now get rid of the mounting plate? Yes, I can.
Valuable deposit.
Carefully.
Transferred.
Right. Reactor is exposed. Let's get the power. For which we'll need to get rid of these fuses. Once the lights are off, we throw the switch. And pick up the fuse. And now we just need to find the third one, which is on the other side, I think. Where is it? I know I saw it. There it is. And there we go. Generator is offline and safe to remove as indicated by the green lamps.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Alright. Now, the difficult part. Getting to the environmental control unit. There it is.
Material accepted. Credits assigned.
Well, let's just get rid of this panel immediately so I don't have to look for it later. And go in there. Alright, the moment I start yanking out the final coolant, I need to get to the reactor. So, here we go. And the reactor will be very temperamental while we do this.
Reactor meltdown detected. Urgent action required. 5 minutes left, Cutter. All good? Good.
Get out of there. And once it enters the barge, it's instantly safe.
Salvage.
Technology.
Transferring credits. Salvage goal obtained. Additional rewards assigned.
Woohoo! Right. So let us get rid of this connection here. The coolant pipe is now just in the way. And you need to get off of there. Disconnect this pipe as well. And lots of random bits that need to be taken off.
That you're training. Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Let's clear out the cockpits.
Account credited.
That's always an awkward corridor to clear out. Luckily this was a cargo hauler, so there's not much personal stuff that we need to deal with.
Applying credit to account.
The amounts of times I've smacked myself in the face with a bit of cargo that I was trying to reel in. There's no sensitivity controls on this thing.
Salvage deposit confirmed.
That's environmental thing did not survive. Fine. Go to the scrap. But that forklift is worse stuff. So get it. Come on, stop bouncing about. I don't think a few nicks will manage to add us too much for the amount of money you get for it. All these bloody door consoles need to come off. Hey.
Salvage deposited. Applying
Plus there's
credit
another
to
storage bin in here. And the controls are getting out of my hands a bit. Let's just focus on what we can do, because we'll probably have to do another one.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
Come on. Oh, darn it. You know what? Let's just do this the easy way.
Material accepted. Credits transferred. Processing valuable object. Credits awarded. 1 minute left, Cutter.
Yeah.
Finishing things up. Alright?
Yeah, I'm busy.
Salvage deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Stuff that still needs to come off.
Salvage secured.
But we're making good progress. Ah, screw it, we're just gonna go the whole hog here. One whole ship to be dismantled.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Please
I
enjoy
did
the
not
following
pay attention to if my
message.
tools are getting
Success is
damaged.
not
I
the
don't
key to
think they
happiness.
are, but
Happiness is the key to success.
quick look at them.
If you love what you do,
Yeah, they're all
you
within
will be
tolerance.
successful.
So let's just go in. Yeah, I probably could have done it more efficiently, but I'm having fun. There's still 3 more salvage levels to go. Right, the cooler pipe is still attached to the whole device. Not entirely sure why there's an atmosphere thing over here.
Fuel levels are low.
Oh, darn it. Alright, fine, I'll go with fuel.
Account credit applied.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Have a nice day.
I do wish there had been some fuels aboard the ship, but can't have everything. Right, where are you attached? To the bottom mounting plate. The mounting plate, you're stuck to the ship, aren't you? Door console. One of the messages I really hate seeing whenever I throw something in the salvage.
Applying credit.
Door console destroyed. It's always worth way more than you expect it to be.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Right, this whole setup can just go into the thingy. So if I just detach this. I mean, arguably this is still too big. But if I make you go up, feed some of this stuff
Object processed. Transferring credits.
to the right direction. Come on, physics, work with me here.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
Alright, that worked. Then we turn that off. And now, let's see if we cannot get you to want to go into the thing. This is going to be a very awkward thing. Right, now the processor should slurp that up like a piece of spaghetti. I can focus on getting rid of the rest of this stuff. Detach the rail. Also, there were some other rooms that I needed to liberate. I did see a couple more of these air filters.
Salvage destroyed. Please pay attention.
I am paying attention. I'm paying all the attention in the world. What the hell?
Accepted. Credit applied. Some of it, somehow it got away from me. Alright. Luckily, the pipe is fighting the pull on that one. How many tethers does it require? Material deposited. Account credit applied.
Fine. You want to be annoying, then you can be annoying. Yeah, ultimately, doing pipe is not so bad, but everything else that was attached to it, I did not want to destroy. Alright. Let's focus on much more valuable things. As in these radiation containment units. Liberated. This one will be a bit trickier because I can't get to one of the beams. Kinda hoping that the pipe would have been able to guide itself into the thing, but I guess I misjudged. Radiation unit is liberated. Part of why I'm waiting with the final back end, because I need to get it into the processor and it will not get there as long as the rest of this stuff is all in the way.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
And I simply do not have the patience to try and squeeze stuff through real doors and all that. We'll just make a couple of extra holes that will make things a little bit more convenient. Come out.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
Crossing my T's.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Another one of you. I think that's the last of the environmental containment units. Or the radiation containment units. That gets free.
Salvage accepted. Credits applied.
Another rail guide. And it's attached somewhere, but there it is.
Hey Cutter, you've got 5 minutes left in this shift. Hope you're having fun.
Yeah, D, I'm having fun. I'm having all the fun.
Account credit applied.
Although I am thinking partially I probably should have picked a smaller ship.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Ah well. YouTube says they reward longer videos. And as we are just doing this for fun, as a one-off, because I don't know that I can play this,
Registered.
the campaign of this,
Credit.
with all that much randomness thrown in. how sick I get of seeing door consoles every time. Just door consoles everywhere. Always.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Yep.
Salvage deposit secured.
Just get some more flooring out of the way. Of course, it's not going to cooperate. Good thing all these ships are modular in design. Pretty much all the same.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
Nope. That's not quite what I wanted to do. Darn. Not entirely sure what happened there. Pretty sure there shouldn't be any more power left in the ship, so... Guess that's what happens when you jostle a rail guide with no power in the ship.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Alright. One final check that there is nothing left here that does not go in either the barge or the processor. That I can see. Not counting the lamps, of course. No. Double check over here. This also goes in there. Alright, that's fine. And we only have one bit left on the ship that needs to go in the processor, and that's this stuff over here.
You watching the clock, Cutter? You've got 1 minute left.
So how do I get this off? I'll just cut it free. Still attached. Still attached. And those doors, I think they're doors at least. We still have about 4 million remaining, so it's still worth doing this. And we're just an hour in. I'd kind of hope to be able to do this in 2 sessions, to be perfectly honest, but...
Good morning, Shipbreaker.
Yeah.
Lynx mandates a maximum of 8 hours of sleep. Any extra sleep time will be docked from the next pay cycle.
Yeah. We're gonna kill this ghost. One way or another. I mean, we're almost done. Barring anything that I might have accidentally burst in the wrong direction. I'm not entirely sure where else this thing is attached other than up here. And it's loose. Good. And it can just be shoved into the processor. Not the cleanest of things, but good enough.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Right, and now to do the same thing with its counterpart over here. And then we just need to make sure that the ship can actually be pushed into the furnace. And then we should be done. Easy now. Right, it's free.
Material deposited.
Alright. Now the ship itself is still too big. So let's start bifurcating it.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred. Salvage destroyed. Please refrain from damaging salvage.
I might have to do the mid plates as well, but see what we can get away with. Still the same structure.
Salvage destroyed. Don't do that.
Salvage destroyed, don't do that. Yeah, I'll do what I want. Alright, they might now be light enough. Or at least one part might be. Let's give this a try. See if I have enough feathers to get you go. It's moving. Alright, cool. And then we just can sit back and groan every time it shows that I've destroyed something valuable. Meantime, ensure that any loose bits are also deposited.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Yeah, there's no way to salvage doors, so I don't even bother anymore. I'm not sure I can pull this one, but let's give it a try, see if it moves. It might be moving. It's definitely moving a little bit. Well, the tethers are pretty much free anyway, so boop. Moving very slowly, but that's fine. You can just add more tethers, help speed it up. Right, that one is going in.
Raw material accepted.
Now you can go. I do like watching it go into that room. Very satisfying. Watch it all burn.
Raw material deposited. Transferring credits.
There it goes. And you should also just head into the processor. Processor is never as satisfying because anything that goes in there just disappears.
Processing object. Applying credits to account.
They're still slowly moving. Just put in all the tethers. And once it hits the furnace, it should go relatively quickly. Meantime, let's have a look about to see if there's anything I missed. I'm overly fond of the reticule going haywire because of all the other grabbable objects.
Material accepted.
I don't
Credits
think I'm gonna.
transferred.
I think I dropped anything else. And that is the lights. Not entirely sure how that got up there, but that's fine.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Right, should be going in now. Not stuck, it's still moving. There it goes. I wish I could do anything, but
Material accepted.
slowly loses mass. Not the most efficient way, probably, but fairly satisfying.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited. Final salvage goal reached. All rewards allocated.
Alright, and that's it. Let's just leave. Right, so got below 0% or almost 0%. Definitely worth it. Got a repair kit and all that. Of course, yeah, links points and all that. Links tokens don't really matter anymore because I've got all the upgrades, but still.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. This is your daily wake-up call.
And yeah, I've pretty much kitted out my happy unit with all the posters that you can get, but anyway, that'll do for this alternate Thursday presentation. Thank you if you stuck around for the entire 1 hour and 15 minutes. See you all next time. If you enjoy my content, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.